This is an Asana Strong Practice for the functional lines, the lines that run across your body from one hip to the opposite shoulder. Now, we use these all the time in daily life, but they're challenging to train for strength, and that's what we're going to do today. This is one of those practices I recommend you do a few times. It'll get better and clearer with each repetition. In the beginning, there will be a lot of new things. The transitions are likely to be clunky. Stay with it and try it again. For props, you'll want a single rubber resistance band, one block, and one dumbbell. I have a 20-pound weight here. I recommend some myofascial release before you begin this practice. We're gonna dive right into the core. Begin laying down with a block underneath your occipital ridge. The block lengthens the back of your skull, chin drops down so you get a little bit more of the deep core, and then place your hands on your lower ribs and turn on the engine of your breathing. Inhale fully through your nose. Exhale through pursed lips like you're breathing through a straw. A few more like that. And even here, you're pressing into the heels, pulling them back just enough to get a light tone on the backs of your legs. One more. Now, place the resistance band on your forearms. Press out enough to get some engagement in the upper rib region. Take an inhale here. Exhale, chest up, head up. Two more like that. Press into the heels, get some tone on the backs of your legs, and then as you lift the chest up, head up, keep your head in the same position as when it was on the block. One more. And the block is there, so you lower down slowly and keep your back ribs on the floor. Adding on, knees up, shins up, take an inhale. Exhale, chest up, head up. We've got 3 here. We're learning in layers, so if anything becomes too much, the movement, the weight, go back to something we did before. We're going to add on, keep some resistance in the band. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right heel moves towards the floor. Inhale back to center. And exhale, the heel may or may not touch down, but only go as far as you can keep your low belly and lower ribs on the floor. Now, move your right knee about 2/3 of the way away. Hold there, take an inhale. Exhale, chest up, head up, reach towards the left knee, left foot. Inhale, lower down, 2 more like that. Exhale, lift. One more inhale. One more exhale. Back to center. Now tap the left heel 3 times. 3, 2, belly down, ribs in and down. 1. Now move the left leg a little bit away. Hold here. Turn a little bit towards the right leg. Exhale, chest up, head up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. One more. And then back to center. This time you're going to lower both heels. Only as far as you can keep belly down, ribs in and down, and inhale, bring them back up. One more like that. As you lift the legs up, lift the sitting bones up, and then option to add on. Exhale, lower the heels. This time when you lift the legs, option to lift chest up, head up. And then inhale when you lower, and exhale, lift. One more. So you're changing up the breathing pattern a little bit here. And then go ahead and lower your feet. Keep that resistance on the band. You're going to inhale, bend the elbows, draw them down. They'll graze the ribs. And then exhale, press up and out. 4 more like that. The bands teach stability. They train the body. So we're ready when we add the weight, which is coming next. Now, 1 or 2 more of those. Inhale. Use your core. Press the arms up on the exhale. Last one. And then band off to the side for now. option to add weight. I'm going to rock up to my seat, grab the dumbbell consciously. I'll put it on my thighs and serve myself the weight and lay back down. And then like what we just did with the band, arms up, inhale, bend the elbows, they come down by the ribs, and then exhale, press up and out from the corset of the core. You've got a few more. Inhale, exhale. Keep the heels pressing, hamstrings humming. A few more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here comes the core work again. Take an inhale. Exhale, chest up, head up. Inhale, lower slowly. Keep the belly down, ribs in and down the whole time. Exhale, lift up without letting the chin drop up or down. And then inhale. Exhale. Adding on. When you lower the head, lift the knees up, shins up. Exhale, chest up, head up again. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. And then here come the heel taps. Exhale, right heel down. Inhale, up. 2 more, and we're pumping and priming the side wall abdominals. And then right foot, right knee is going to go a little bit away. Inhale, take an exhale, chest up, head up, reach towards the left foot. Inhale, lower, just 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Back to center, tap the left heel, exhale, heel towards the floor. Inhale, back, up, exhale, lower. Inhale, center. 1 more like that. And then left leg a little bit away. And exhale, chest up, head up towards right knee, right foot. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And then back to center after your 3. Both heels, here we come. Take an inhale. On the first 3, you're going to lower the heels only. Inhale, back to center. And then we'll change up the breathing pattern when we lift the chest and the head. Remember, only lower the legs to the degree you can keep belly down, ribs in and down. Okay, then here we go. Knees up, shins up. Take an inhale. Exhale, chest up, head up. Curl the sitting bones up. And then inhale, lower head and heels. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one, make it good. And then end on a lift. And I'm going to slowly bend my elbows, and you're going to put the weight on your pubic bone and your hip points for now. And then remove the block from underneath your head. We're going to go right into bridging with the weight. If this is too much, do it without the weight. You can always put the band on your shins or your thighs. And I'm going to hold the weight with my hands and press towards my femur bones so I'm not uncomfortable with its position on my pelvis. And then press the heels down, get the hamstrings humming, and with a long, strong exhale, lift up. Inhale, roll down like the vertebra are dominoes, and then exhale, lift again. A few more. I'm going to move my feet out and lift the ball of my feet up so I'm on heels only. It's going to give me a little bit more power in the inner hamstrings. And you want to press on the inner heel just as much as the outer heel. 1 more. Now, stick with that, or I'm going to put the weight on my right thigh. I'm going to push it away from me with my left hand so it's a little more comfortable on the pubic bone. And then left knee up, left foot up. And then I'm going to draw the right foot a little bit closer in so I feel like I have some strength. And you're going to exhale, lift with 1 leg. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, lift again. 3 more for a total of 5. Chin down. Ribs land. No mouse house in the lower back. That's a hard habit for me to break. Last two. Last one. And then over to the other side. Slide the weight to the left thigh. Right leg up. Big inhale. A slow, strong exhale to lift. Two sides are likely very different. You've got 5. Typically, the hamstring is weaker on the left side, which is why we do it second. One more. And then the weight on the hip points again. You've got 5 more here. It's like we're sealing everything in. Use your core to lift up and roll down. And then you're going to roll up. Again, you can use the pelvis and the legs to make moving the weight easier and more intuitive, less on the wrists. And then make your way onto hands and knees and move through a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, belly up, ribs in and up, fold in. Just 2 more like that. One more. And then child's pose, hips to heels. Inhale, move through easy up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then come onto hands and knees. Come to kneeling and step the right foot forward. Arms out in front of you like a plank. And then fingers up, fingers out, fingers down. And then left arm up. And you're going to take a bit of a side bend. The more upright and stacked you stay in the rib cage and pelvis, the more psoas release you'll get. Inhale back to center. And then let's put the right knee back. Step the left foot forward. Arms out, fingers up, fingers out, fingers down, and then right arm up and add that side bend. Just about 3 breaths here. Remember that your psoas and your diaphragm are connected. Inhale back to center, knees down, hands down, child's pose. Inhale, up dog. You can start to lift the knees up, and then exhale, let's meet in down dog. All right, onward. Come on to hands and knees. And then you're going to step the right foot forward again. Put your resistance band on the right foot. And I'm going to put it on the ball of my foot. So I'm also training the big toe mound, and then right hand on the hip, and you're going to hold with the left hand. Now, lean forward enough that you can get rib cage and pelvis stacked. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, pull the left elbow up and out to the side. So it's a row action. And you're going to do that 5 times. Remember, the bands are about stability. We're teaching and training the body. And we'll be doing this exact same movement with weight. After about 5, you're going to take the band off your foot. Put it on your forearms. Elbows the same height as your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, course at the core, and the arms go up-ish. So it's kind of like a shoulder press with the bands. Inhale, bring the elbows down. Exhale, press up and out. Train the core. Train your head and neck. Train your arms and your wrists. My left wrist does funny things in these poses, which speaks to its weakness. Here I can clean it up. Other places, not so much. And then after 5, right knee back. Left foot forward, band goes to the ball of the foot. Left hand on the left hip, take an inhale. Exhale, pull the right elbow up and out to the side. Inhale, release slowly. Exhale, pull. 3 more. Again, train stability, especially in the core of the body. If you start moving the torso a lot or the shoulder blades sliding along your spine, along your rib cage too much, you're actually losing stability with those movements. And then you're going to take the band off the foot, back on the forearms. Inhale. From the core, from the ribs, exhale, pull the arms up. Inhale. Keep that resistance on the band. Exhale. I actually find the band work more fatiguing than the weights because it's activating all the stabilizers, really getting those teeny tiny attachment points humming. 1 more. And then band off to the side, back onto hands and knees, child's pose, hips to heels. And inhale, easy or high vinyasa. Exhale, back to down dog. Okay, same things with weight. Come on to hands and knees, come to kneeling, right foot forward. You're gonna grab your dumbbell, and I like to angle it so that it's kind of pointing over the right foot, right hand on right hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull the left elbow up and out to the side. Inhale, you can touch lightly or just hover over the foot, and then exhale, pull. But make sure you're going on a diagonal. You've got 3 more. One more. And then lift your torso up. You're going to hold the weight, similar to what we did lying down, and take an inhale, elbows same height as shoulders. Exhale, press the weight up. 4 more. Now, you're going to keep going with that, or I'm going to hold the weight just in my left hand. Right hand can be on the ribs or the hip. Inhale here. Exhale, left arm up. We're just going to do 3. Inhale. 1 more. Very good. And then change sides, right knee back, left foot forward. I'm going to put the weight down so I have an opportunity to set up, get grounded, get clear, get connected. And then a big inhale. Strong, steady exhale. 5 of the row. And then lift the torso up. Hold the weight in both hands. 5 of these. Inhale. Exhale. And then after 5, you'll keep going for a few more with both hands, or you'll do the single arm. Switch when you're ready. 3, 2, 1. Weight off to the side for now. Hands and knees. Child's pose, hips to heels. Inhale, easy or high up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Moving on. Come on to hands and knees. Grab the hand weight. You're going to hold it in a goblet position. And then right foot forward. We're going to do a 90-90 lunge. Take an inhale here. And with a slow, strong exhale, lift up into a straight leg lunge. Now, from here, the more you lower, the more challenging it becomes. So adjust accordingly. And then you're going to do 5 up and down. After that first one, I generally inhale when I'm on the way down and then use that exhale to lift back up. Just 5. And then lower down, right knee back, left foot forward, big inhale, slow, steady exhale. And you've got 5, descending to a place where you're training strength, where you're challenging yourself appropriately for wherever your body is today. Last one. And then lower down, back to both knees down, weight off to the side for now, and vinyasa. Child's pose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now, walk your feet up to your hands. Bend your knees. Feet can go a little bit wide. You're going to be in like a Malasana stance with fingertips on the floor. And then exhale, straighten your legs with strength. 2 more. One more. Okay, now back to that Malasana-like stance. Hips are no lower than your knees. And then you're going to push off your feet and come all the way up to standing and stretch your arms up. This is going to be an inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees, touch your fingertips to the floor, and then exhale back up. Do a few more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now, same stance. Grab the weight, and you're going to have that goblet grip again. And you're going to bend your knees and settle into a Malasana squat-like stance. And then exhale, stand up with strength. Keep going. Inhale. Keep the ribs tucked in. Exhale. 3 more like this. Now, let the weight hang. You'll hold it in your fingertips. Same movement with the legs, different in the upper body. You're going to let the weight touch down on the inhale. Stand up with strength on the exhale. Keep going. Engage your hamstrings without excessively tucking under or hyperextending your knees. 1 more. Now, you're going to do a few more of whichever grip felt best for you, or we'll make it a little bit more dynamic, a little bit of fun, a little bit of play. You're going to inhale with the goblet squat. As you exhale, come up, you'll drop the weight down. And then you'll inhale with the weight down. And then as you exhale, you'll flip it back up to the goblet. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Now, stand in a Tadasana-like stance, and you're going to hold the weight for the shoulder press. Elbows about same height as your shoulders. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press the arms up. Stay steady in your legs, the hamstrings, the pelvis, the rib cage. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. 5 more. Now, after these last 2, you'll do a few more, or you can switch to a single hand grip. So I'm going to hold my right hand, left hand will go to the ribs. Inhale, bend the elbow. Exhale, press up. Just 3. 1 more. And then keep going or switch the grip. Last one. And then we're going to take the goblet grip again. Feet go wide. You're going to turn the right toes out maybe 45 degrees. And you want knee tracking over second and third toe, but it's not out 90 degrees. And then you're going to exhale, straighten. Do that a few times. Inhale when you bend. Exhale when you straighten. 1 more. And then you're going to drop the weight down. Let it touch down on the inside edge of the right foot. Take an inhale here. Exhale, straighten the right leg and the weight's just gonna dangle. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. And similar to other movements we do, it's about stability. And here in just a moment, we'll be adding arm variations with the weight, and you'll need all of that stability. And then you're gonna lift up, goblet grip again, over to the left side. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten. 2 more. Really getting the mechanics of the leg here. And then adding some challenge. Inhale, exhale. Belly up, ribs in and up on every exhale. 3, 2, 1. Okay, put the weight down for now and grab that resistance band. We're gonna do the same row action, but in an Uttanasana-like shape. You'll put the resistance band on the right foot. Right hand will go to the right hip. Find a distance with the feet that makes sense. Belly up, ribs in and up, torso super steady. And then you're gonna exhale, pull the left elbow towards the left rib. Inhale, release slowly. Exhale, pull again. Just 3 more. One more. And then I'm going to turn so you can just see it in profile. Band on left foot, left hand, left hip. Inhale here. Exhale, right elbow, right rib. 4 more. 2 more. Okay, remove the band from your foot. Same thing with weight. I'm going to put the weight angled by my right foot, just like in the lunge. Right hand on right hip. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the left elbow to the left rib. Now, when I lower, I'm not going to worry about where the weight goes. I'm going to keep this stability in the upper body. Just 3 more. 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to put the weight down. Move it over to the left side. Again, all turn so you can see in profile. Left hand, left hip. Stable in the legs and upper body. Inhale, exhale. Just 5. Okay, weight off to the side for the moment. Stand up, wide-legged stance. You're gonna bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and rock a little bit side to side. Now, we're literally gonna put everything together in a compound movement where we're in that half warrior 2 lunge-ish, and we're gonna add a row and then a shoulder press. So it's gonna go something like this. Come up to standing. Turn the left toes in a little bit, right toes out about 45 degrees. Touch the floor to the inside edge of the big toe mound. And then you're gonna pull the left hand towards your left shoulder, stand up, and then press your left arm up. And then inhale all the way back down, touch the floor, and then exhale all the way up. The right leg can stay a little bit bent or straighten. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. That's it. Change sides. Inhale, touch the floor. Exhale, hand to shoulder, and then press up. Inhale all the way down. Exhale all the way up. 1 more. Let's put it all together. Grab your dumbbell. Right toes out, left toes in. Dumbbell touches the floor on the inside edge of the right big toe. Just kind of give your heel, knee, hip a second glance. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull and press. Inhale, back down we go. Just 5. 2 more. One more. And then switch the grip in the hands, left toes out, put the weight down for a moment, get steady and solid in your legs. Take an inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale back down, exhale, take a pull. There's a lot of pressing through the left hip, left leg. 2 more. And then hold in that goblet stance again. Feet out, knees out. Inhale, bend your knees. You're back in the Malasana squat. Exhale, stand up. A few more. You can play with that switching of the grip if you find it fun. Two more. Weight off to the side. It's time to play. Top of your mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, hands to the floor and fold. Inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, down dog or vinyasa. Now inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, come up to a high lunge. Arms forward, fingers up, fingers out, fingers down. Left arm up, add a side bend. Hold for 3. Heavy in your legs, 2. 1. Now you're gonna windmill the left hand down. Right hand's gonna swing back by your hip and your right into a lunge with a twist. Option to pivot your feet. Take an inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step right into plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, high lunge. Arms up, fingers up, fingers out, fingers down. Right arm up, side bend. Keep belly back, ribs in and back. Left hip tacked back from the left heel. And then right hand down, left arm up and around, lunge twist, option to pivot the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now plank pose again and pivot your heels to the left. Keep both hands pressing. And then back to center and heels to the right. We're going to do 2 more Vashisthasana variations. Stick with what we just did, or right arm up. Feet can be in front of one another, or stacked, or top foot hovering. And then over to the second side. And then last one, any side plank variation. Wild thing is really nice after this sequence. And then second side, last time. And then back to center and lower all the way onto your belly. Hands by your hips, lift up into a locust pose. Stay here or bend your knees, catch your feet, kick up and back for bow. And from bow, go back to locust briefly. And then everyone pop up onto hands and knees. Come to your seat with your feet out in front of you. Purvottanasana, heels on the floor. Pull them back, lift your hips up. You want to take a look at where the pelvis is. If the pelvis is not in line or higher than your knees, stick with the bent knee variation. If your pelvis is in line or higher than your knees, you can do the straight leg variation. Last one. And then one more back bend of your choice, either bridge or camel. And then wherever you're at, you're going to make your way to Malasana. So I was in camel. So I'm just gonna kind of put my hands down and flip onto my heels. And then from that Malasana stance, stand up. Put one hand on your chest, one hand on your lower ribs, and take a moment to feel your body, your heartbeat, your breathing, the strength and power and aliveness inside of you. Keep that as you walk off the mat. Thanks for practicing.